Alright guys, in this video I wanted to show you guys how to calculate to see if your M.A.F sensor is performing properly. If you don't have, all you have is a generic scan tool that has some live data but no graphing function. What you're going to need for this is basically a generic scan tool that has some live data, and typically if you have you want to see M.A.F grams per second. And also you're going to need some line paper, and on the bottom you're going to want to have to put your engine RPM, and on the side, on your vertical, you are going to want to put your grams per second. And basically what you want to see onto this is a linear line, so basically a straight line from point A all the way to point D, let's just say. So we're going to take and we're going to graph out what this 2012 Honda Civic is doing, and this one doesn't have any issues, so it should be pretty linear. So what we're going to do is start, and right now we are going to take and come down to the scan tool. We are at 2.72 grams per second, and a rule of thumb, just in case anybody's wondering, is typically between 1.4 to 1.7 grams per second per liter onto your vehicle is normal. So let's just say if you have 1.5 grams per second per liter and you have a 2-liter vehicle, well, at idle you should see roughly about 3 grams per second, give or take. It's a rough estimate. Okay, it's not exact. For the exact, go through manufacturer's specifications and get the exact number, but for rough estimate, 1.4 but 1.7, and you guys will be fine. Alright, so right now I am at idle, and we'll try to see if we can get some RPM. And I'm at 800 RPMs, give or take, and 2.7 grams per second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the vehicle to 1,000 RPMs. Try to get it up there for you guys. Maybe we'll go a little bit higher. We'll go 1250. Might be a little bit easier to keep it at 1250. And 1100. And that's a little high. Okay, so right about there. And right about there I'm at 3.6 grams per second. So what I would do onto this is come over here and go to my 1250, which is right there, and then I would take and I would draw a straight line. Well, not a straight line, but I would put a dot. So let's take our 1250, which is right here. We'll come all the way up to 3.5. Let's go about here. Okay, next what we'll do is bring it up to 1500 roughly. And at 1500, I am at 4.1, give or take. So at 1500, we'll come up, and we'll go up to our 4.1, roughly about there. Next, we will go to 1750. At 1750, we are at 4.79. So we'll go 4.8, 1750. 4.8, 4.7 is roughly about there. Okay, and then we'll go up to 2000. I'm a little off onto the 1750, guys, so I was probably more about 1800. That's roughly about 2000. I'm at 5.4. So at 2000, we're at 5.4. So right here is 5 and 5.4. Okay, so as you can see, it's going pretty linear, right? Next we will go to our 2250, and then 25. So that's roughly 20, and I'm at 5.9, almost 6 at 2250. So we'll come all the way up. So that's roughly about there. And last one is 2500. I'll bring you guys over, let you guys see that. At 2500, we're at 7 point. Bring that down a little bit. We are at 6.5, 6.8, 6.5. We'll go 6.5. So at 2500, we are at 6.5. 2500 and 6.5. All right. So as you can see by my dots, I have pretty much a linear line going all the way through. So that means that my M.A.F sensor is working the way it is supposed to. Now, let's just say that you would have a dirty M.A.F sensor. What would that look like? So a sensor that is dirty, okay, and not reading all the air that is entering in through the intake, okay, it'll actually start to rise too slow. So what would that look like? It would probably start out like this, and then it would go up, 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 up. Then all of a sudden it would shoot straight up. Okay, and that would more than likely be a M.A.F sensor that is underreporting. So it might be dirty, but it's underreporting compared to what it should be. Now, along with the M.A.F sensor, you could also plug in the TPS sensor, because don't forget, the air that is entering into the engine is regulated by your throttle body. So if your throttle plate is open more, you're going to have more air entering. So you could actually plot this out onto your for your TPS at the same time. So what I'm going to do is come over here. We're going to go back. We're going to go all data. Okay. Now we're going to go down to our TPS, if I can find it. All right. Well, see, this one is only giving me it in percent and not giving me a voltage. I would have preferred to see the voltage rather than the percent, but we might be able to use the percent. I'm just gonna run and make that we don't have a TPS voltage on here. I highly doubt it. TP 2.7. And no, there is no TPS voltage. So we will use the percent, and we'll see how that works. So right now I am at idle. Okay, and at idle at 729 RPMs, give or take, I'm at 13.3%. So we could actually map this out the same way, except for we would keep our RPMs the same, but on this area, we would take and we would map out our percentage. So let's just say we're starting out at 13% at idle. So we could take here, let's put our 0% more around here. Okay, then we'll go at let's just say 2%, 4%, 6%, and 22. So at 1,000 RPMs, let's try to see if we can focus in on this. Our TP, 1,000 RPMs. It's going to be kind of hard to get to, but we'll try. There we go, give or take 1,100. We're at 14.1%. So we'll come over to our 1,000, come up to our 14, which is this guy right here. And then we would come and we would do the same thing, 1,250. Back up. So 14.5 at 1250. So then we would go 14 and then 14.5. Okay, then we would go to 1500. We're more about the 15 mark now. So we could come in and put it at our 15. Oh, 1250, sorry. We'll put that over here, huh? There we go. And then this one was 15. And then we have our 1750. Try to get that for you guys. So 1750, we are at 15.3, so just above it. So then we would come over 1750, just above our 15 mark, which is right there. And then we would go up to 2000. We have our 15.7. So as you can see, it's rising, it's just not rising as quick. So that is, we'll put that one at 16. It's closer to 16. Then 2250. So we are at 16.1. So not much change in that one. At 2250. And then 2500. 16.5. So we will put 2500 at 16.5. Now, if this was in voltage on the side, you guys would see a steady increase, a better steady increase than what's on here. You would more follow the line of your M.A.F sensor, grams per second. Okay, but that's okay, because if we follow the line, my line's not linear, but if we follow our line, as you can tell, our line is still linear. Okay, like I said, if this was in voltage and if I had a voltage PID, we would be able to see the rise more what it is right now. But some scan tools will give you the voltage, some won't. This one doesn't. So, but as you can see, it's still a slight rise, and it is in a linear fashion. So that means that my throttle position sensor is working good also. So if you have good throttle position sensor reading and you have good M.A.F sensor reading, your system is working properly. So that was all this video was for. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So thanks for watching.